Chairs in the back.
Welcome everyone. Testing, test. Anybody hear me on the speakers? Welcome, everyone. I guess you can hear me now. I'm just testing the microphone, making sure it has good volume. You guys hear me in the back? Everybody good? Excellent. Thank you. Okay.
May I have your attention, please? Distinguished guests, family, friends, welcome to the 56th Annual Commencement Exercises for the Licensed Practical Nursing and Registered Nursing Programs at River Valley Community College. We are about to begin the commencement processional to the music of Scotland the Brave. Please stand as you are able and welcome the graduating class of 2024. please remain standing while Dr. Amanda Cowett leads us in singing the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? You may be seated. At this time, Alfred Williams, president of River Valley Community College, will come forward to bring greetings.
Chancellor Rubenstein, Trustee Ackman, Vice President Knoyer, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most especially graduates, welcome to River Valley Community College's 56th graduation. This ceremony has students receiving an LPN certificate from our Manchester cohort and accelerated nursing students receiving an associate's degree in registered nursing. Marking your success through ceremony is important. Thus, we come together today to recognize your achievement, even on a snowy day in December. You all have so many opportunities in your future. RVCC graduates are in high demand and are employed throughout our region. The need and demand for qualified nursing professionals has only increased in recent years. Thank you for choosing such a noble career as nursing. The caring for others is vital. As a nurse, you have so many paths in front of you. You can gain additional degrees and certificates in your field to advance. You can transition into a specialization that satisfies your intellectual curiosity. You can give back to the profession by teaching others and sharing your knowledge. You are the future of the nursing profession. Graduates, after the ceremony and celebration with your family and friends is over, stop for a moment, reflect, and breathe. Take some time for yourself. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Attaining a goal is never easy, and such an achievement should never be taken lightly. We are all very proud of you. Congratulations. Now please welcome Trustee Richard Ackman.
Good morning. Welcome, friends and families. We're happy that you're here today. We bring condolences and thank you and appreciation from the trustees of the community college system. Many of you may never engage with trustees in your day-to-day activities. We work behind the scenes supporting the efforts, the focus, and many of the aspects to help support you in your initiatives going forward. I would ask that one of the most important things for you to think about as you go forward, as you heard President Williams speak about, think about your community and think about communities that you're going to serve. It's wonderful as we go out into places of businesses, whether it's first responder activities, whether it's in healthcare situations where we engage with folks who have gotten their education here from the community college system. And so we wish to bring you congratulations today, and thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ackerman. Now it's my pleasure to invite LPN Adjunct Professor Peg Sullivan to the podium.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to start today going a little off script. So, as you know, many of the students here I have worked with, in the RN students in the simulation lab. And before I talk about my give my formal speech, I want those students to please stand up for me. Thank you. And this is not to minimize the LPN students, but I want you guys to give a good, loud answer, because I'm going to ask you 2 questions before we get going. You ready? Yes. Are you ready? Okay. So the first question is, you're now nurses, and you're going to walk in and see your patient. And the first thing you're going to think about is that patient
sick or not sick?
Sick or not sick. That's exactly right. The second thing, and LPNs take note, because if you come into this program, you're going to hear this ad nauseum from me. The second thing, when you walk in to examine that patient, you're going to start thinking to yourself, I need to do something, because what am I going to do? And why am I going to do it? And what is that?
Vital signs are vital.
Vital signs are vital. And why is that? Because I'm not going to do the usual talk. You know that. Abnormal vital signs put you where?
ICU.
Great. You can pass. All right. Sit down. Thank you. Now, with that out of the way. All right. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of the graduates, as well as to their families and friends. Without your support, these fabulous students would not be sitting here today as graduates of this program. I mean, really, wow, right? And to the graduates, what a wonderful day to celebrate your huge achievement. You have all arrived here by different paths, none of them easy, but you have made it. So congratulations, and time to celebrate. Of course, you all have to pass your NCLEX, but that's going to be the easy part. I have no doubt about that. I'm truly honored to speak to you today, and I want you to know what a privilege it truly has been to share part of your education with you. You are the future of healthcare, and after working with many of you this past semester, I am very confident in your abilities to succeed, excel, and make a huge difference in the lives of your patients and their families, wherever you might choose to work. As a registered nurse for more than 40 years, all of them in clinical practice, I know what you will be doing. I also know many of the challenges you're going to face, the achievements you will have, and I hope the absolute joy that you will have as either a registered nurse or a licensed practical nurse. Like it or not, you will always be a nurse, and it will never escape you. When you see that person walking in the grocery store at the Price Chopper and they have swollen ankles and they're going for the salt-laden soups, you're dying to go over there and tell them, don't do it, but trust me, don't, it doesn't go well. So just don't do it. But you'll be tempted. I am telling you, nurses have an aura about them. People just know who you are. And you just need to be ready for this throughout your whole career. We all arrived here by different routes. I never, ever, ever planned on being a nurse practitioner, or an educator. But somehow the universe decided that it needed me here. And so here I am, more than four decades later. I want to say I would change absolutely nothing about what I've done. Nursing is the absolute hardest, and it is the best profession in the world. And I mean that with all sincerity. I am so proud to always say, I am a nurse. And I want you to feel the same now and throughout your careers. There have been some fabulous jobs, and there have been some not so great jobs in all those years. But I have to tell you, I've loved every single minute of it, and have learned so much. And to share this day and your education and a little bit of your lives with many of you has been truly an absolute privilege and joy. And I know I'm using the word privilege, but I want you to keep that in mind, because everything we do is truly a privilege to take care of each other and to take care of our patients. You will be taking care of people at their most vulnerable. They might be happy, they might be frightened, they might be depressed, and they might be really cranky. but they are depending on your expertise and your skill as an RN or an LPN to give them your best effort, to advocate for them, to support them, and even to challenge them at times. And your colleagues, whether they're nurses or LNAs or housekeeping or other staff or physicians, you are all there to provide the best care you can for your patients. We're all in this business together, and we all matter, regardless of what our roles are. And I think that's one of the big take-homes I really want you all to remember from this today. It does take a team to take care of patients, and it's getting even more difficult in this day and age. So please be kind to each other out there. Please support each other, encourage each other, and help each other. I want to share a few words of wisdom with you before I end today. And as you know, I can always say more. The first thing I want to tell you all is please be brave, but don't be fearless. Know what your limits are, but challenge yourselves. Ask questions. Seek help if you need it, but step up when you need to. You're all smart, you're all resourceful, and if you don't know it yet, you're quickly going to learn that. So please, please use that bravery taking care of patients. They deserve it. Be curious, like never stop learning. Stay interested. Learn something new every day. That's always been my mantra. How people respond to devastating illness, sometimes with incredible grace and dignity, sometimes with humor. You might learn about new medications, diseases, something, or even just basic life skills. But talk to your patients and learn from them and learn for them. But go look stuff up because it'll make you a better nurse. Have fun at work. People are really fascinating. They're really nutty, and they're really wonderful. You're gonna run into a few who are just plain awful. But you know what? Find your people, find your tribe, find your team. Work can be tedious at times. It can be heartbreaking, it can be challenging, and it can be frustrating. But it can be really fun and rewarding as well. Learn to laugh, find joy and camaraderie in the people you work with, and remember why you're there. In their worst of times, patients and people are scared, whether they admit it or not. Don't forget that. You are their advocate. You will save their lives. That's a huge responsibility, and as I said before, it's an even bigger privilege. Make your job and your workplace a better place. Don't just complain. Do something. Come up with ideas to make it better, but also know when enough is enough. Give as much as you can, but if the environment won't change, you might have to. That's not failure. That's reality, and that's self-preservation. But give it your best shot and try and leave the job better than when you first arrived. Be resilient. Bad times don't last. Find an outlet. Regroup. Take a break. Refresh yourselves in whatever way you enjoy. Your patients depend on you to be at your best. That's a very high bar that they have set for you, but you are all more than capable of achieving and exceeding those expectations. Don't turn down opportunities that simply present themselves. Believe you can do it and take that leap. Sometimes those are really the best experiences that you can ever have and the most rewarding. Treat your patients as you want you or your family to be treated. And this has always been my mantra as well. Treat them with compassion, with competency, sometimes with limit setting and firmness. But always think of it this way. Would you want you to be taking care of your loved one? And that's how you need to look at patient care. Lastly, please remember one thing. There are always policies, administrators, hoops to jump through, stuff to negotiate, anywhere. In the end, it's all just background noise. Your patients are what ultimately matter to you. We are there to take care of patients. The rest of it is just noise. And we're also here for each other. That's what being a nurse is. So today we walked in here, instructor and student. But once we're done with this ceremony, we are now colleagues. And I want you to know that as my students have known, I have very high expectations of my students. Well, once we're colleagues, that goes up a notch. So hopefully I will never have to be your patient. No offense, but I just don't want to be sick. But if I am, I'd be thrilled that any of you are taking care of me. So congratulations to all of you, and it's been a wonderful experience for me.
Thank you so much, Professor Sullivan. Next, I'm happy to introduce our student speaker, Hannah Bernard, Licensed Practical Nursing, Class of 2024.
Good morning, distinguished guests, faculty, families, and fellow graduates. Welcome to the 2024 RN and Manchester LPN graduation ceremony. I want to take a moment and thank those who are with us today through continued support. Parents, siblings, spouses, loved ones, and of course, the graduates. I would like to start this morning off with a few quick memories that I have held close to my heart over my academic nursing journey. These have helped shape me as a student, a friend, a fiance, and a professional. Life is too short. Over my nursing academic journey, I've had several family members have life-changing diagnoses presented to them. And although their lives may be a little different now, I think about the nurses who cared for them. Resilience, professionalism, love for their job are just a few things that come to mind when I think of these nurses. And I have never wanted to be a part of something more than I do now. Thinking of these nurses and how we can be like them. Don't take your aha moment for granted. One of my classmates shared something with me about a concept that just made it click when we were in clinical. The camaraderie and end goal that has gotten each of us here today has helped me realize that there is nothing you can't do with a little bit of brain power and friends beside you. I've come to realize that nursing is not just one person making a difference, but as we learn skill sets and approaches together, we can make a difference to our patients. To my LPN classmates and fellow graduates, and the RN graduates joining us here today, I would like to leave you all with a little bit of advice. It doesn't matter the road you take, the battles that you face, like struggling with med math, or waking up before the sun to get to clinical, or the ones we don't talk of so openly. You are here, you made it. Take a deep breath and go be a great nurse. To close, I will leave you with two quotes. The first from Edgar Allan Poe, a favorite author of mine. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Make the dream yours, and it started the first day you all applied to nursing school. Second, Ralph Waldo Emerson said it best. Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm grateful that we can gather here today to mark the completion of your practical nursing and registered nursing programs. This is a momentous occasion. Our ceremonies and traditions connect us to those who came before us and embolden us as we advance into our new roles. I would like to share with you two traditions. The first is the tradition of the rose. Each graduating student will receive a red rose from the faculty, staff, and administration of RVCC. The rose symbolizes the budding new career path taken by each graduate. The red color of the flower symbolizes the abiding love and support given by the family and friends of each graduate. At the conclusion of the ceremony, each graduate is asked to complete the circle of recognition by presenting this rose to the person most significant and helping them complete this important milestone. The next tradition I would like to share with you is the tradition of pinning. The pinning ceremony celebrates the successful completion of select clinical programs at River Valley Community College. This ceremony welcomes new graduates into their respective medical professions. The pinning ceremony has various traditions and symbols, including the cap, the pin, the lamp, and the pledge. Elements of the ceremony can be traced back to the 12th century when the Knights of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist tended to injured crusaders. When new monks were initiated, they took a vow to serve the sick soldiers. Modern-day pinning ceremonies emerged when the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London designed and awarded a badge to nurses upon completion of their program. By 1916, the ceremony had become a widespread tradition in England and the United States. In modern times, the pin has become a representation of the school from which the graduate earned their degree. While original pins included the Maltese cross, designs today vary widely among institutions. Today, the pinning ceremony marks the transition from student to graduate as these dedicated individuals enter their healthcare professions. In keeping with this tradition, graduates from the programs today will be pinned as they receive their diploma by someone who helped shape their education. And now for the moment we've been waiting for. Will the 2024 candidates for degrees and certificates please rise? President Williams, upon the recommendation of the faculty of River Valley Community College, I present to you the members of the class of 2024. They have completed the requirements for the Associate of Science degrees and certificates. It gives me great pleasure to present them to you for the official conferring of their credentials. Graduates, you may be seated as you wait to approach the stage. When your name is called, you'll come up to be pinned and receive your certificates. Honored guest, once you have pinned your graduate, you may return to your seats. Please know that final grades from all classes are not yet turned in, so we are not able to announce honor status. Some graduates have chosen to write a personal statement, which I will read as they cross the stage. Will the graduates of the Licensed Practical Nursing Certificate Program please present yourselves? If you are pinning an LPN graduate, you may join them in line at this time. Going right to the bottom. Hannah Lee Armstrong, pinned by her mother, Lisa Armstrong. Hannah writes, I would like to express my gratitude to my family, boyfriend, and all my professors for their unwavering support during this past year. This journey has presented its challenges, but I take great pride in the dedication and hard work I have invested. I aspire to further my education by obtaining my RN and ultimately hope to specialize in labor and delivery. Hannah Mackenzie Bernard, pinned by her fiance, Joseph Vanderbilt. Hannah writes, this moment has been a long time coming, and I want to thank my family and friends for their support during my academic journey. I want to thank Joe, my fiance, for his support and belief in me. I could not have gotten here today without their support and encouragement. Madison Jane Bosley, pinned by her mother, Hera Bosley. Maddie would like to thank her family and loved ones for supporting her through the past year, but most importantly, she would like to thank herself for putting in the work. She is excited to continue working at Richmond Pediatric and Adolescent Medicine and to be promoted to an LPN role. Heather Claire Cloutier, pinned by Professor Sandra Lapointe. Heather plans to continue her education at NHGI to get her RN and to stay in the emergency department setting, possibly to become a flight nurse in the future. She would like to thank everyone who has supported her during this journey to success. Kimberly Willow LaSala, pinned by her sister, Emily LaSala. Kim would like to thank her mom, sister, and boyfriend for their support and encouragement throughout this program. She also wants to thank her nephew, Tony, for always helping her stay focused on her homework. She couldn't have done this without each of you and is incredibly grateful for your love and belief in her. Kim looks forward to building on everything she's learned as she steps into her role as an LPN and aims to continue her journey toward becoming an RN. Simone A. Sprague, pinned by her husband, Will Sprague. Simone wants to thank her loving husband who has supported her throughout her nursing school journey and all of the wonderful friends that she has made along the way. Carrie Morris, pinned by her husband, Troy Morris. Carrie writes, I want to thank my family, friends, and classmates for supporting me, my professor for believing in me, my husband and my boys for keeping me moving forward when things were tough. My dream of becoming a nurse would not be possible without you all. Thank you. Caroline Penny, pinned by her boyfriend, Cole Bigman. Caroline wants to thank her parents, sister, and boyfriend for supporting her through the year and always believing that she could do it. She plans to continue her education to get her RN next year and work as an LPN in the meantime. She'll continue to work in the ER as well as to further her knowledge and seamlessly transition to an ER nurse when she has her RN. Samantha Lynn Petrillo, pinned by her mother, Patsy Petrillo. Samantha would like to thank her family and significant other for their continued support throughout the program and will be continuing to work at Clear Choice MD Urgent Care, accepting a position as an LPN. She hopes to continue on to achieve her RN to further her nursing career and later receive her BSN. Jenna Prisbyla, pinned by her husband, Kyle Prisbyla. Jenna writes, "Thank you to my loving husband, Kyle, for never giving up on me." Alexis Michelle Winslow, pinned by Professor Lapointe. LPN graduates, you may be seated. Will the graduates of the Registered Nursing Associate of Science degree please present yourselves? If you are pinning an RN graduate, you can join them at the stage at this time. Erin Michelle Cray, pinned by her dad, Brian O'Neill. Erin would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for supporting her throughout the program. She has taken a position on the Thompson unit at Cheshire Medical Center after graduation and plans to work towards her BSN. Paige Laureen Hammond, pinned by her husband, Russell Hammond. Paige writes, "I would like to thank my family for the love and support during this long journey, especially my husband, Russell. I accepted an RN position at Cheshire in the emergency room." Molly Jean Higgins, pinned by her grandmother, Gloria Durkee. Molly would like to thank her family, her fiance, and his family for their love and support throughout her nursing school journey. Molly is excited to start her nursing career at Dartmouth Hitchcock on the inpatient pediatric unit. Rachel Elizabeth Huckins, pinned by her brother, Jake Huckins. Rachel writes, "I would like to thank my mom, my brother, and my fiance for their unwavering support and encouragement throughout this endeavor. I have accepted a position on the Kingsbury unit at Cheshire Medical Center." Nicole Ann Spicer, pinned by her son, Jackson Spicer. Nicole writes, I want to thank my family for their endless love, support, and encouragement throughout this program, and I would also like to thank the faculty for all their support. I have accepted a position in the emergency department at Valley Regional Hospital. Tanya Marie Thibodeau, pinned by her longtime mentor and friend, Ray Labby. Tanya would like to thank her husband, Wes, and their 4 children, friends, family, and mentors for their unwavering love and support throughout nursing school. She is excited to begin her career as an RN at Valley Regional Hospital and looks forward to continuing to grow in her profession. Deborah Toyin Easyjola, pinned by her professor, Lynn Lagasse. Deborah writes, I give thanks and praises to God for seeing me through this program. Without him, it would not have been possible for me to be here today. I also thank my lovely family, friends, and my instructors for their love, prayers, and support during this journey. Registered nursing graduates, you may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Knoyer. Candidates, please rise. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Community College System of New Hampshire and River Valley Community College, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire, I hereby confer upon you Associate of Science degrees and certificates to each graduate meeting the requirements of their curriculum at River Valley Community College. At this time, you may move your tassels from the right side to the left side, which signifies the attainment of your certificate or degree. Congratulations, you are now officially graduates of River Valley Community College, class of 2024.
Congratulations. Graduates, you will now recite the Nightingale Pledge led by Dr. Eileen Glover. The pledge is on the back of your program. No, it's not printed in here.
Congratulations, graduates. I will read and then you will respond back. I pledge myself here before my God and in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession with integrity.
I pledge myself here before my God and in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession with integrity.
I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science and as an art.
I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science and as an art.
I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards of care and of personal accountability.
I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards of care and of personal accountability.
I devote myself to the healing, protection, and welfare of those committed to my care.
I devote myself to the healing, protection, and welfare of those committed to my care.
I accept a duty to work for the improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work.
I accept a duty to work for the improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work.
I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and will respect the privacy of medical information.
I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and will respect the privacy of medical information.
I will act with compassion in ethical matters.
I will act with compassion in ethical matters.
I will not knowingly administer or consume any harmful substance.
I will not knowingly administer or consume any harmful substance.
I commit to interdisciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning.
I commit to interdisciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning.
I fully acknowledge the seriousness of the responsibility that I accept in my calling and the significance of this pledge that I take today.
I fully acknowledge the seriousness of the responsibility that I accept in my calling and the significance of this pledge that I take today.
Congratulations.
Graduates, when the party processes out, you will follow them back to the Falcon Room, out of the Falcon Room. And guests, you may rejoin your graduates in the library. On behalf of everyone at River Valley Community College, we wish you good health, happiness, and continued success.